What's up YouTube? This is Nikolai Papuski and I am doing what we're calling a series from Dugout Creative called Dugout Designs. What I've done is already set up basic uniform right here because very popular design that I've seen recently in a lot of Twitch chats and people saying, oh, that's really cool or whatever, is this Dugout Creative's their Blitzball jersey that the guys wore down in Tampa. So what I'm going to do here is just go through the process of how I designed it, what I'm kind of looking at. Again, it's kind of not an instruction manual, but it's just kind of my process of how I did it. So this is kind of what we're going to look at the end of the day, kind of what we're looking for. I've made this obviously, so this is end product. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I obviously have done it before, so I have kind of an idea, but when I took the original snaps of pictures I used, I'm looking for shapes and objects that will make the most sense and make the cleanest lines. A very popular tool I use is the letter I. Again, I don't try to use a lot of masking or eraser level layers. I do, but I try to keep it clean because when people want to change their colors or whatever, if a masking layer accidentally gets colored, it can kind of botch the job. You obviously have all your fonts right here. You got your different shapes or whatever. It's very rudimentary, very generic, basic, literally. So I'm going to be using a lot of these curvature picture shapes down here to kind of get the design I'm looking for. So I'm going to try to start off with the biggest letters, and I'm going to try to keep them as generic as possible. I work large and scale down. It's easier to get details. If you see the C, now I've got a D and a C for Dugout Creative. Back to these tools. Again, I'm going to use this grid line because that is most beneficial to me. Biggest thing I use, like I said before, is I will group things and stamp, so I can use maybe specific parts of letters. It just makes life a lot easier. I'm going to duplicate letters that I know I'm going to need or get close to needing. Alright, so got all the letters kind of spelled out. Now we're gonna do the fun part. We're gonna actually do some scaling. So big thing is you can either do it within this mode, or you can actually look at your player and kind of size it based on that. Obviously, you press down on your pad, your directional pad, up and down on the right joystick or whatever gets you your up and down. So I'm actually gonna go, I'm sorry, if you go to X, A, whatever it is, you see all your options. Right, you go into more options, you can actually show your player. Now I've got this logo on here, so I can actually kind of size it up how I want it. Right, I'm going to go ahead and change all my colors to black. That's your Dugout Creative Blitzball jersey. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock all these layers together. Now I got 2 layers and kind of divvy up and move around or whatever. So the next thing I wanted to actually talk about was actually uploading or finding the logo in the vault. Because I know there's some people that don't necessarily know what they're looking for or how to search or whatever. So like I said, I have this saved already, so whatever your start button is, again, Xbox or PlayStation, not 100%, I'm going to save the logo. So you'll save it to that, simple enough. I don't really care about that part. Again, there's kind of what a dugout jersey would look like if you want to throw one on your team. Yeah, in the vault. Now, those logos you saved, if you want to upload them, because we are running out of time for this vault that's going to go into MLB 22, what we're going to do, I'm going to upload it. Simple as that, right? You can give a description. I don't usually, because I am lazy. You have types of options. I can leave it blank, but this is in reality, so I will actually label this one as a real one this time. I'm going to upload it. That vault number 2 option is actually from your main screen. Not sure how the next one works, obviously, but it will probably be something similar interface. Up here in the creative tab right here, you're gonna have roster controls vaults, and if you have a PS5 or a next gen console, you'll have obviously a Statum vaults. Same thing. Right there, you can search for everything you want. I kind of hoped you enjoyed this backseat of how I create some of the logos that scan requests, and TJ amongst other Dugout Creative members. Hope to see you on the next one.